So you've seen the reviews and you need to get the Quest 3, but which one do you get? The 128GB model or the 512 gig? In this video, I'm gonna help you decide. So first, 5 reasons to get the 128GB model. Number 1, it's cheaper, £479 compared to £619. That's a saving of £140, enough to get a load of games. The Elite strap, a case of beer, whatever you want. That's a lot of money. It's nearly half a Quest 2. 2, you want to put the money you save towards another headset. Playing VR together with a friend is one of the most fun things you can do in VR. Whether it's a bit of synchronized Beat Saber or some mixed reality experience I haven't tried yet because mine hasn't arrived and I'm too critical to be a Meta ambassador. 3, you mainly want it for PC VR. If you'll mainly be playing PC VR games, then the games will be stored on the PC rather than the headset, so you'll barely need any space at all. 4, you just want it to play the rhythm games that you already play. They don't take up much space, and if you're a Beat Saber or Synth Riders Pro and you just want the new headset to min-max your scores, then the 128GB version will be just fine. 5, you don't mind shuffling the games that you have installed. Maybe you don't play lots of games at a time. However, with most VR games being sub 20 gig, you should be absolutely fine. Do you have any other reasons to get the 128GB model? If you do, then let us know in the comments. But now let's take a look at some reasons to get the 512GB model. And right at the end, there's going to be one more bonus reason why you should get the 128GB model. But first, why go for the big one? Well, more is obviously better. Simple as that. With more space, you don't have to uninstall games to make room for other games and then reinstall them when you want to play them again. If you're a casual gamer that likes to mix it up, then it's nice to have a big library of games all installed at the same time, so you don't have to wait whilst they download. If you want to play the latest games, then it might be worth getting the extra space. The power increase of the Quest 3 means the games will be bigger. There was a noticeable increase in the average size of games when we went from the Quest 1 to the Quest 2, so expect the same again. Another reason to get the 512GB model is that you don't want to end up with a discontinued Quest 3. The 64GB Quest 2 was discontinued and replaced with the 128GB model, and at least for a while it was sold at the same price. Could this happen again with the Quest 3 and a 256GB model pops up down the line? By the way, do you hate the fact that they haven't gone with 256 and 512 and the big one is 4 times as large as the small one? That's really annoying. The 64GB Quest 2s in 2023 just sound absolutely tiny. How will 128GB sound in 2025? I've got a 256GB Steam Deck with a 512GB memory card, and frankly, I still want more space. And using that Steam Deck as an example, I've noticed there are a lot of PC games that are larger than 128GB. You don't want a game to take up the majority of the Quest hard drive so you can't play anything else, or worse yet, be unable to play a game because it's too big. However, this is extremely unlikely, as it means the game wouldn't run on half of the devices, but you never know, some people are crazy. If you share your Quest with a family member and you both have your own account on the Quest, you might end up wanting different games installed. In effect, this means that you have half the amount of space available. And as we've already said, 64GB is way too small. It was way too small 2 years ago, so it definitely will be going forward. If you want to share the VR or mixed reality experience and have a lot of games installed just to show people, then that's another reason you might want the larger hard drive. Of course, I'm sure you could still have a decent amount of games installed on the 128GB model. And the final reason that you might want to get the larger one is that you want to be a VR YouTuber. If you want to create VR content, you need to play a lot of games, and quite often you need to record some footage for a particular video. If so, then you'll want to keep as many games installed as possible, as downloading it when you need it is not very efficient, and it's best to be as efficient as possible when creating content. And that bonus reason for getting the base 128GB model, well, you might not even be able to get the 512. On Amazon UK, it says usually dispatched within 2 to 4 months. Do you really want to wait that long? A 128GB Quest 3 that can play everything is better than no Quest at all. Trust me, I know, bloody Amazon. So there you go, you found this video helpful. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and if you want to stick around for more Quest 3 content, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching until the end, and maybe check out one of these videos over here, like the fitness dude who thought you couldn't train in VR. He was wrong. Until next time, play safe.